Happy Sunday, everyone. I'm Clayton Allen, the host of the Day Trading Plumber and founder here at Allen FX, where we make awesome stuff for traders. And our whole goal here is to help as many people as possible. I hope you had an awesome week last week. I know in the Journeyman channel, the brand new Journeyman Signal Service channel, we posted a 3.4% profit gain, keeping drawdown below 1%. So not a bad first week out of the gate. And if you guys want to see how that's going, jump on over to allenfx.com, fill out the form. You'll get links to join my free and all my paid channels. All right, let's not waste any more time. We got a lot to look at. I made a little bit of a mess of my charts last week, doing the three best trades of the week. I was a little caught off guard with all the new stuff, but hey, that's trading. Things change on you, and guess what? You get to adapt. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump on over to the charts. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of time this week, and you know what? Let's go top down. Let's go Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. You guys may notice the background's a little bit different. I'm doing a lot of filming and trying to get these training courses out early part of May. So if you're out there watching this and you want to learn how to trade Forex and you don't want a stiff teaching you, you want someone who you can listen to and relate to, like me, jump on over to allenfx.com, fill out the form. You'll get into the lists of, and you'll get notified. You'll be one of the first people notified when I have these courses ready. All right, enough about pitching. All right, so from our midweek review, just to give you guys a little heads up on the midweek review, I reevaluate all these and I put some prediction arrows on midweek just to see. If we track it right from Sunday. All right, so I still let's go up to the daily. That's right, we need to be on the daily chart. So I still like where we have our bearish zone. I still think we're going to pull back into this area. I mean, R2 on the daily's way up here. The last pivot's way down here. So that's why I feel like price isn't going to get all the way up here. I think I'm going to put this arrow right where price is. So when we do the midweek review, or when I come to this pair looking for a trade, I know exactly where it was at on Sunday. Not that it's that important, but I don't know. We did get that push right there, guys. So I think today on the open, we're going to see price kind of veer back up here, scare all these people that shorted right here, and then we might see, I'm predicting we're going to see some bullish, we're going to have a bullish week on the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. However, maybe on the other Australian pairs, but the Canadian dollar is not very strong right now. And if we look at the fundamentals, we have, 3 big days. So, this day's big for the Canadian dollar. Bank of Canada inflation. They had a rate talk last week. They kept it flat, and now that pushed the Canadian dollar a little bit in our favor. That's this push down right here. So technically, I think we're going to be bullish all week. Of course, good old let me move my head real quick so you guys can see this. Down here on the good old platform trading view, you can see technical analysis. It's a medium buy. You can see all this fun stuff. I don't listen to this, guys. Actually, this stuff just gets you, if you're trading with the normal way down there. All right, let's get moving or we're never going to get done. Let's go to Australian dollar. This one I'm gonna turn red because I want to see. I want to see. We're pretty close. And actually, let's put an alert in. We haven't done that in a while. 89787. If you guys are watching this, put your alerts in where I'm put them in, and I like to put that in there just in case I'm out running around and I just get the notification in my email. I might just sell it without looking at the chart. Well, at least not looking at the trading view chart. So we got our alert in. Let's go to Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So to kind of follow along with what we think bearish, I like what we're seeing here. Let me reattach that arrow. I think we're gonna retest this former support right here, and then we are going to get some bearish, at least back to that pivot. Yeah, this is pretty low. I think I'm going to move this up to that area because this little wick hasn't gotten there yet. But you guys that watch me long enough, you know when I see one of these really long wicks, price tends to want to get there again. Let's check the Fibonacci on this. We're hovering around the 618. We broke it. We came back down. So let's target this area right there, and maybe we could get some really good bearish trades on the Australian dollar this week. Australian dollar, Japanese yen. We're kind of in middle land. I was looking for a retest on this. We didn't quite get it, but we might still get this retest. And I think I'd be a good buyer down here. Let's just put a trend line on this move. Yeah, we're not really getting any solid read. But I was looking for a retest before I was a buyer. We'll have to see as the week goes on how the Australian dollar. So here's an actual trade prediction, or an actual trade, and we went through some hellish drawdown on this. But I think now that we hit this R2, I think we might see. Let me get the arrow. Let me just get rid of this stupid thing. Always gets in the way. I think where we're sitting at, you see it came all the way back down. I'd love to see this thing go bearish from here. It's being a stubborn head. All right, there is R2. Now that we broke that, typically what we see is if we break this, a retest. But I think this is faking us out, and I think I don't know why. Well, I shouldn't say that, but my trader's intuition is telling me the Australian dollar on most of these pairs is going to get bearish a little bit this week. We're gonna see a little bit of a bearish pull on it. Australian US dollar, same thing. I'm looking for a retest and then be selling from up here. I still like that. I didn't see anything from Wednesday to Friday to change my mind, and I think from there we have a good play, at least back down to this zone, and I'm going to move that to the pivot. Yeah, let's go a little bit before the pivot, right there. Bam. I like that. All right. This one, that one is green because we're in a trade. I have to go back and put that trade back in. All right, so this was one of our trades of the week that I put into the free Telegram channel, the Apprentice channel. And This was one of the ones that actually hit TP1 and turned out to be a decent trade. Now I'm going to get rid of all this noise because it's noise. And I'm going to do a better job this week on, you can see, guys, I sold it here, closed it here, we took profit. This is on my demo right here on TradingView. I'm learning how to use that paper trading account right here. So I still think these levels are valid, guys. I think this is just a weird pair. Things stretch beyond, but I like being short exactly where we're at, and here's why. We had this confirmation break. Here on the daily, we didn't really get a trend line break. See that? So it's not full-fledged yet, but I'm going to wait to get short again. I was flirting with some short trades late last week, but I'm going to get short again if we come up and test this area. But I really think we're going to get maybe a little upside, and then we're going to get that push, that break that we want. Now, if you want a safer trade, wait till price breaks this trend line, and you got a little bit more confirmation. But those of you that watch me long enough, I like to take my trade right when you think you're wrong and it's going to break through. I just find I have a lot more success that way, taking it from this backside. And then, then you have a little bit of pips already in the bank before it tests that support down there, this trend line. And then you can decide to take your profit and wait for that break to happen down the road. All right, so I'm going to turn this one orange. Canadian dollar JPY, kind of looking the same. We're waiting for a break or a retest of this area. Swiss franc JPY, I was predicting we would have got some bullish, continue to be going bullish, but now I think that would have been I think we're going to test this bottom. And I'm going to put an alert down here at 110.326. Looking to buy. Ooh, looking Tom buy. All right. So, I think we're already kind of flirting with a good turnaround point, and you see these indecision daily candles, but I'd like to see price push as far down here, just like I said, just enough to make you think you're wrong, and then bam, we buy it, and we ride it back up to this bearish area. All right, this one orange, Australian dollar AUD. All right, so this one's hot right now, really hot. We've been playing the 618, I think, was right here. So let me just throw that on here. So we've been playing with this pair since this massive bullish run. So we targeted this 618, and then it didn't work. And then, now we had this former resistance that we had this breakthrough. So this is obviously an area of concern that we want to watch, and it was a perfect place. Now, it just bounced a little bit, although that would be a great trade, and I think we actually did a rollover trade here to get out of our short here. But now we're right where we want to see what price is going to do. I know the euro took a little bit of a beating last week, but remember what I said, Australian dollar, we're hoping takes a little bit of a beating. So I think we're going to get some continuation down right here, or we're going to get a double top or a double bottom, excuse me, and then we can trade up. So 74.40, which we're really close. So I'm not gonna write I want to buy or sell there. I just want to see if we could get a good sign, good confirmation on some price action on what it's gonna do, and then we could plant a really good seed. This would be a pretty good swing trade because if we do get a solid bounce, and if we zoom in, you can see it's already tested that bottom. Let's just go to an hourly chart right here. Let's stretch it so we can see. Here's where we hit it. Got really close. So I want to get an alert. We're either going to get a really strong breakthrough and then we're going to go short this pair, or we're going to get a really good push to the upside and then we can be long. And this would be a great trade to just leave on all week. Like I said, I think the Australian dollar is going to get weaker this week, but I think the euro took a beating last week and now it's ready to make a little bit of a push. Let's go back to our daily chart. We've screwed up all the sizing, but yeah, I like that. I like that prediction arrow. Let's go ahead and put in another one right here. If it breaks that level, I like S2 as the target. All right. Ooh, that one's red. Euro, Swiss franc. Okay, this one's I'm gonna make red because we are close. I think if we could get a push down to this S2, we're starting to see divergence right here. This divergence, we got a little production out of it, but now we're coming back down. I'm thinking we're gonna get a big turn right around 105, 170. Okay. And I just really put it at, there we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. It's early in the morning, and my kids kept me up pretty late. So I'm trying to sneak in this video before they wake up. And, it's 4 or 3:48 a.m., 5:48 a.m. See, that's how early it is for me. Well, I guess how late I was up. It feels that early. All right. So, Euro British Pound. So, this was another trade that I sent out as trade of the week, and we're caught in some drawdown on it. I still think we're going to get some upside. We targeted this 618, and it broke through, which usually tells us you're going to get downside forever. Let's get rid of some of the noise here. Bam, 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 bam. All right. So we broke through, and now we're testing. So I am going to go on a limb here. And, now that we've retested, what we want to see is if we break back above here with a solid move. I love this missed pivot. You guys know how I love these missed pivots. And because price never came back and touched it, I think that that's what we're going to see this week. We have a lot of fundamentals coming out. So it's going to be an active pair. Quite a bit. I mean, look at this day. 15 high impact news announcements. So not the best pair to be technically trading because we're going to get some violent moves. But I think that's why we saw this complete die off the last 4 days of the week last week. So we're still in this area of concern. I still think we might get a really strong push. And price really wants to get back to that pivot. So as long as there's nothing too crazy fundamentally going on, I think price will try to get there by the end of next week. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one orange. Euro JPY. All right. So you can see we had a little trade in there from last week. I think I like where we have our bullish zone, and I like that we have a pin bar, and I like that you know, this resistance is the pivot. So I think we're sitting right where we want to be. This one I'm going to leave red. I'm going to put alert just in case if we get a stretch to 116.785. But I'm going to watch this one right on the open because I want to catch price down here, and then I want to trade back up to that pivot if possible this week. But we're sitting right where we want to be right now. So if we get that, we get some strength back in the euro, you can see this pin bar type daily candle. If we start seeing some bullish candle movement on it, bam. So probably Monday morning we'll come back and see where we're at, or if we start getting a run on it late Sunday in the Asian Open and the Asian session, might just take that trade quick. Okay, Euro NZD. This was a really good trade last week. It didn't come all the way up here, but we got. So now I want to look for a double bottom scenario because we did not see enough retracement. If you were to take this, we didn't see enough retracement. So this, I'm going to be looking for a double bottom scenario on that level we took the last trade. And look what we have here, guys. Missed pivot. Let me get this out of the way. We have a good old missed pivot, which is going to really be a magnet for price this week. There's some good fundamentals coming out on it, so we need to steer clear of any big announcements. Euro US dollar. I'm going to turn that one red. Actually, let's put an alert in there. Uh-oh. We can't have that thing black on black. Where's the other one? It's up there somewhere. I'll find it later. But let's put this alert at 79,223. There we go. Euro US dollar. We have our alert. Still, let's get rid of that trend line. I like where we have that. Lots of fundamentals. The most traded currency pair. We'll come back to that midweek. So this pair, the Euro Canadian dollar, you can see where we kind of have a head and shoulders, but now it looks like we're kind of going sideways in this channel. But a lot of people got stuck short right here. The break of that neckline, right? So break of the neckline, all of you breakout traders went short here. Then you got your ass kicked, but it just came up to the pivot and now it's on its way down. So I still like this downside from right where we're at. I think we're still going to get a push. So I'm moving my things. There we go. I like it that. Now, I don't know why this is so big anymore. I'll fix that later. But I think we shot up to the pivot. There. That's better. We shot up to the pivot. Now price has permission to go where it needs to go. The pivot's like the password. What's the password? Oh, short. Okay, so British pound AUD had a nice trade on that. I thought we were going to get more upside, but now I want to see prices come back down in that bullish zone. We could get a nice push on that. Like I said, it follows in line with our Australian dollar weakness this week. So let's just see if we get it. I'm going to put alert if it sneaks back down to 95,527. If it sneaks back down there, we're going to get in. All right. That was orange. Okay, British pound, Canadian dollar. There's a good trade we were in. Yeah. So it double topped. I think we're still going to see some downside pressure. You can see we were pretty spot on with our prediction arrows last week. We predicted up. We took that trade. We got some profit. And then this retest, we closed for a profit. Now, I think, price going to sneak back down. You want a little bit higher probability or a confirmation. Wait till it passes the pivot of last week's pivot. And then I think it, it will have permission to fall all the way down to our bullish zone. British pound, Swiss franc. All right, we are right there. Let's get rid of this noise. That's the 618, guys, and you can see price is definitely respecting it. And we put our alert all the way on this backside. So I'm going to leave it there. I think we're going to get a little bit of a push up to fake out everyone that's getting short right here. Make them think they're wrong, and then they close their position, and then price goes where it's supposed to. British pound, JPY. Now, I saw a lot of people online this weekend in these trading groups. They're going long off this break of that. And they very well could be right. But I'm only going to be long up to here. And then I am short overall. Oh, look, we have another one of these. I thought I went through all of these and fixed them, but apparently not. So I think we'll get a little bit of a push to the upside still. And then I'm going to be a seller from up here. So 136,939. Some of you might be like, well, that's quite a bit of a long. Yes, that's a great trade, guys. If you hit long from here up to where we have our alert, it's a great trade. Good money. British pound, NZD, looks like we've double topped. So I was predicting we would have more fall from where it's at. Now that we've double topped, I think we have a really good trade, at least down to this level. And then it might fall all the way down to our bullish zone. So I'm going to be bearish on this pair, especially if we get a pull all the way back up to this level. British pound, USD. So this was a trade of the week in the free Telegram channel. And as you can see, we went in a little bit of drawdown. I closed it at a little bit of profit just to close it out for the week. But we did get, we went in a little drawdown, then, we got a little bit of profit out of it. Like I said, I think I jumped in too early, which never happens, right, traders? I think what we're going to see now is I kind of want to put this up here. I wouldn't be necessarily bearish to this zone. So I think we're going to get some upside. And then, from up here, we'll look for some selling. So I'm going to put an alert all the way up here. 28223. All the way up there. NZD CAD. Not a lot of anything. It shot down to its pivot. So now it has permission to go where it needs to go. I'm going to look for a test of that area. And then I'd be seller from up there. That's not red. That is orange. This one is orange. NZD CHF. I thought we would got more downside pressure, but I think we're going to come up to this bearish zone. Then I'll take a fresh look at it, and we may get a break down. Like I said, a lot of these pairs took a beating. A lot of these pairs still bearish structure-wise, but they came to some all-time lows here in March because of the corona. So we're getting a little bit of recovery. NZD JPY, kind of the same thing, guys. NZD USD, same thing. NZD CAD. Let's turn that one orange. NZD CAD. Okay, so kind of an interesting pair. We got this strong push. Now it's retesting, and I still like this prediction we got. We haven't quite got the push retest all the way. So if we were going to take this buy trade, let it stretch. You can see it came back to its pivot. So now it's permission, and this bullish candle breaking that trend line kind of tells you it wants to do this, pull back up to this former high. So if you're going to go long this pair, wait for it to stretch down and touch this trend line, then act. Plus, you don't want to get caught in something where it's going to continue this downward trend, and this was a false breakout. So do yourself a favor. Wait for it to test this trend line, then react, and then you might get that push all the way up that we're looking for. This one I'm going to leave red because I want to watch that. We're kind of in no man's land here. I'm a seller if we get a push up there. You can see we took a trade. We won that trade last week. But I think we're going to see price kind of continue up. We did not come back down to the pivot. So maybe I should change my mind. I like touching that pivot. And then we may just see that puppy go. So I'm going to move that there. Let's get crazy. Let's see what happens on that pivot. USD, JPY, kind of in this, I want to, kind of have a wedge thing going on, guys. No, that's getting a little crazy here. So price is going to do a springboard. It's getting trapped. Price doesn't like being trapped. And, eventually it's going to show its true colors. I actually think it's going to go to the upside. And, we might be sellers from up here at 110, 115. Let's just put an alert in there. Me and this pair go way back. I tend to like to scalp this pair. I probably have my worst win percentage on this pair just because it goes on super long trends, and I'm a reversal hunter, and sometimes I get caught some drawdown on it. All right, let's look at the USD Mexican peso just because we want to. I was waiting for a pull all the way down here, but we're starting to see there's pretty decent support in this area. So if you trade this pair, wait till price gets back in here, and then you can see if we're going to get a really strong break or shoot up. But you can see what we have here. We have a missed pivot at the 382 fib retracement. So you may get that pull back down to this pivot. If you break that support, that's a great target. If it bounces, then, to the moon, Alice. All right. Oh, my quick key's not working. Sorry, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it this week. I know it was a little rough. I know I was up super late, but I wanted to get this Sunday setup recording done before the kids start pulling me apart. Be ready on the open if you are in my Journeyman channel. We have a lot of good looks that we may take early, but more likely I'm going to wait till late Sunday, late tonight, early Monday to take any trades. All right, guys, don't forget to hit like and subscribe here on YouTube if you want to catch all my videos in real time. And as always, have a great week, and let's go make some money together, guys. Over and out.